Hey guys, and welcome back to this next part of my Dragon Age Origins Let's Play. I'm Larpg Gamer, and we are currently in the Dalish camp in the Brecilian forest. And the last time I mostly looted the place, and I spoke with some of the elves like Zaphion, who told us about the werewolf curse. And we are going to help them by killing, I believe, a wolf named Witherfang. But before we head into the forest and go help out the elves, I actually want to speak with some of the elves that are here in the camp. I'm actually curious if Mithra has something to say to us, so...
I trust there are no hard feelings about my questioning of you when you arrived. We Dalish must protect ourselves from trouble at all times.
Wow, I actually can be quite mean to her, but I'm not planning on doing that, so I understand.
Had we known a Grey Warden was coming, we might have arranged a different reception. But I wish you good fortune with your task. Dareth Shiral.
Okay, that's actually quite nice of her. And I don't know a whole lot about the Dalish elves, except that they seem to be traveling quite a lot. Not sure what the exact reason is for that. But yeah, maybe I'll learn a little bit more about the elves by speaking with some of them. And yeah, let's click on the statue first. Andril, goddess of the hunt. Yes, the elves do seem to have a lot of gods, multiple gods. Let's speak with Varathorn first.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Varathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Varathorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need?
Wow. I haven't mentioned this before, but I really like the tattoos that all the elves have here. I think they are really cool. And is there something that you need? What exactly do you make here?
I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
Well, maybe I can help. I mean, yeah, what if I found some ironbark for you?
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. If you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
What kind of item would you make?
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is.
Very well. I'll take a look when I'm in the forest.
That would please me. So long as our hunters come first.
I would like to barter with you.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
Okay, so he's actually the merchant here. Is there something that I want to... I think I can sell the short bow. I won't sell the arrows. I think I'm good for now. Okay, so let us continue. So we are not able to open up that chest because Linnea actually got angry with us. But I am curious about Linnea herself, so let's talk with her.
Underanitation, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
If you like, go ahead.
I hear the human cities are very large, thousands upon thousands of souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
I actually thought that she would ask questions about the dwarves, but I mean, it is true that Verona has been traveling a lot now as a warden, so yes, some are larger than the eye can see.
How very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once. I try to imagine those of our people living in such a place, surrounded by walls of stone and indifference. It is a difficult thought.
Hmm. I'm sorry, I'm just not sure. I wouldn't know anything about that. Is that referring to the fact that I'm a dwarf and that I also have not lived in a human city? But she's specifically talking about the elves that are living in cities. And so far, most of the elves that I have seen, Zephyrin, for example, and other elves seem to be servants and don't seem to be living a very good life. So, yeah, it isn't an easy life for them. That's true.
I suppose you have met many of my kind in your travels. My heart goes out to them. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have one more question, though I'm not sure you can answer it. Do the humans ever regret what they did to us?
What they did to us. So, from what I gather, the elves used to be an almighty, all powerful race. And I guess something has happened with the humans. And maybe a war between the elves and the humans. And now it seems that we have elves living in the forest, like the Dalish, who still try to live according to the old ways of the elves. And you have city elves, which are mostly servants or poor, it seems. I think some of them do. Not all humans are the same.
And yet, even if some regret, they do nothing. A poet once wrote of them, before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Tell me more about yourself.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
How did you come to the Dalish if you were so young?
My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
Oh, wow, that's rough. I'm sorry. It must have been horrible.
It was, though long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it. to put them in perspective. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
You said that the Dalish rescued you from bandits.
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there, and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
Didn't you have family you could have returned to?
It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zathrian offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with the man who rescued me. The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however.
How did you become a keeper?
I am not a keeper. I am Zathrian's first. Though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of Arlathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood.
You must be proud of your accomplishments.
I am. The ceremony where Zathrian anointed me as his first was the proudest day of my life. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future.
So why are the Dalish so hostile?
They have reason. Since the days of Arlathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless.
I mean, I am tempted to say to give the first response. I'm not responsible for what has been done to the elves. I completely understand that the elves are careful after all that has happened to them apparently, but they cannot hold me accountable for that and react hostile to every single person they meet. I'm actually curious what her response will be, but I'm not responsible for what has been done to the elves.
That's true, and you're not even a human, so it's doubly unfair. But fairness does not play into such feelings. No outsider has ever been good for us.
Wow. Yeah, you aren't hostile.
I was not born here, so I see things differently from the others. Still, I do not blame them for what they feel. Perhaps this may change one day, but I believe the humans would have to take the first steps, if they are capable.
So it seems that there's still a long way to go between the elves and the humans. So, what is this Arlathan you mentioned?
It was our ancestral home, long ago when the humans first came to these lands. We were free then, and immortal. We did not know how to deal with the humans, and in the end, they turned their power against us and destroyed Arlathan.
Oh,
Our ancestors were enslaved, and our culture lost forever.
that's horrible. I mean, the dwarfs lost a lot of their homeland and history because of the darkspawn, from what I gather, but the elves actually lost a lot because of the humans, it seems. Which is awful. So, does Arlathan still exist?
Not to my knowledge. According to the old tales, the human mages sank Arlathan into the ground, crushing
Wow.
it beneath the rock.
But the elves were eventually freed, right?
Yes, after a millennium of slavery, our people were freed by Andraste, the human's prophet who spawned the Chantry.
Wow, the elves really had it rough. And, but yeah, if Andraste was the one who freed them from slavery, yeah, you do not worship the Maker.
We worship the creators, as we always have. We give thanks to Andraste for her part in our freedom, but we do not worship her or her god.
Didn't Alathan fight back?
The Tevinter Imperium was a force to be reckoned with. It was ruled by mages with powerful blood magic. Though our Latham fought, they lost.
And elves were immortal then?
They died, but not of an aged body as other races do. Not until the humans came. According to the legends, association with humans caused us to quicken. Our blood sped, and we began to age. So we avoided them naturally. And then we were enslaved by them for 1,000 years. And in so doing, we all were quickened permanently and our immortality destroyed. Or so the old tales say.
I had no idea that the elves had it so rough here in the Dragon Age universe, so to say. That's crazy. But you could get your lifespan back, no?
In time and with seclusion. We Dalish have lengthy lifespans, and they will get longer. Zathrian himself has lived many centuries, though that is unusual even for us.
Wow, many centuries, that's crazy. Yeah, based upon what Linnea told me, I cannot definitely understand why they are careful and they don't trust humans so easily. So yeah, I can see why you resent humans then.
Shemlin, we call them. Quick children. I suppose it takes a certain arrogance to look upon another people as children, no? Perhaps we should be more heedful of our own role in our Lathan's loss. Even so, it was a bitter lesson to learn. One we are not grateful for.
So your homeland was called the Dales, I thought.
That was our second homeland. Our first was the great city of Arlathan. The Dales came when they were freed from enslavement. Elves everywhere journeyed hundreds and thousands of miles to the Dales, eager to start their lives anew. They called it the Long Walk. They reached the Dales and made it their own. And one day it was taken from us too, and you wonder why we are hostile.
Wow. Is there no way to get on your clan's good side?
It requires an individual to prove he is not the outsider we have come to expect. Your own task to help our clan is certainly a step in the right direction.
Okay, that's good. I want to ask something else.
Certainly.
So, what does a keeper do exactly?
A keeper is, first and foremost, the leader of the clan. He decides where we go and when we shall move. He's also responsible for knowing the clan's ancient lore and passing it on to the others in the clan. Without a keeper, the clan's knowledge is lost forever, so the clan protects him like no other.
Wow, okay. And what can you tell me about Zathrian?
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
Lost much? What has he lost?
He lost his family a very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific.
That's awful. Can I still ask her something about herself? Let me check.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
Yeah, so we already... Oh, okay, that's weird. I think sometimes the dialogue seems bugged, or at least they still offer you dialogue options that you already went through. With Stan, for example, that's the same case. But okay, let's just go.
As you wish. Darth Shirel.
I must say that I really like. Let me quickly check. The Linnea is her name. I mean, she was prepared to tell us quite a lot about the Elven history, and I had no idea that it was so bad, or it used to be really bad for the elves. And for some, it still seems to be quite rough. Let me see if the nurse has anything to say.
I'm sorry, but I must attend to our ailing fallen.
Okay, of course, I understand that. We have Cameron over here. Let's see what he can tell us.
Hello?
There's no need to be afraid of me.
Of course. I'm very sorry. It's just that we don't get many visitors. Like you, I mean. Of your kind.
You've never seen a dwarf before?
Never. You're so much bigger than I... Oh, I didn't mean... Here. I should start over.
Aw.
I'm Cameron, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
Why can't you?
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
Try me. I might surprise you.
I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me.
Are all these bears such cringing, ineffectual creatures?
I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Okay, who's Gaina?
She's my heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
There must be some way to solve your problem.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
Perhaps I could talk to Gaina for you. Yeah, why not?
I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed.
I can be pretty persuasive.
Really? I'm willing to try anything.
It cannot hurt.
Cyranas, oh ma Cyranas, I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
Okay, so I guess we should... I don't know why there's still a question, or not a question mark, but an exclamation mark above Cameron's head, but I think we should speak with this Gaina about this, I guess. See if we can help.
Andaran Atishan, outsider.
You are Gaina, correct? Cameron mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
He said that you refused to give him your hand.
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Cameron. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
I mean, yeah, if you love him, it doesn't matter what he is, does it?
But what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family?
I have 2 persuade options here. If you love him, then believe in him and help him succeed.
Oh, you are right. I have made poor Cammon miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Cammon.
That's good. I'm glad we could help.
Cammon, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today.
Aw, that's incredibly sweet.
We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
Does anyone else feel the urge to vomit? No? 'Tis just me?
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
Aw, thank you. Okay, so we received an item and Morgan disapproves of helping them. Which I guess I can understand from her. She doesn't seem to like it when we lose focus on our main quest, and she's also not really a fan of intimacy, it seems. I don't exactly know what item we... Oh wait, the Till of Eloran. I don't know if I pronounced his name right. Okay, that's sweet. The Till of Eloran. Not sure what we can do with that, but... Okay, so we helped out Cammon. And let's actually head back to where he was standing, which was here. Because we also have Sorel. You have a name, so I guess I can speak with you?
Gaina and Cammon together, I see. Strange that you should take the time to involve yourself in that affair, of all things.
I mean, if I can help, I want to. What can you tell me about the forest?
I know a few tales. Our clan has passed this way many times before, even when the Shemlin lived in these parts. You wish? I can tell you what I know. It is not a long story.
Yes. Tell me of the forest.
Our legends say that before the Shemlin came, the Brecilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
Wow. So, what does that have to do with the werewolves?
So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond. The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
So this Witherfang still exists today?
So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain. At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself.
So there are many spirits in the forest.
The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see.
So there were battles in the forest.
Who can say what value the Imperium placed on this land? And how many elves died here, in slavery? Even the barbarians, who came to overthrow the Imperium, fought and died on this soil.
So, how many werewolves are there?
No one knows. When the Shemlin lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is.
So, werewolves can die from old age, it seems. But the curse can spread through offspring, as he mentioned, so... Okay. That's interesting. And have the hunters become werewolves?
It is said that 1 or 2 have turned already, though the Keeper denies it. As for the rest, they will either die or turn, unless they are killed out of mercy. I would rather die than become a ravening, soulless beast. Wouldn't you?
I mean, if there's no other option, I guess I would agree. That's all I need to know.
One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
Okay. So interesting to learn more about the elves, and yeah. And the Tevinter Imperium seems to be the cause of, or it was the Tevinter Imperium that was at war with the elves, or who enslaved the elves. And it was actually Andraste who freed the elves from their enslavement.
As you say.
This broken moss-covered statue once... Okay. Oh, I think I already pressed it once. Gillenane, or Gillenine. I think you are my last quest before I move on.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
Who are you?
My name is Alora. I am the Master Herder in charge of caring for the Hala. Not as exciting as being a Grey Warden, but the Hala are vital to us.
What is a Hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions and our guides.
We have nothing similar in Orzammar, except the Bronto.
I have heard of the Bronto. They are beasts of burden, yes? The Hala are not like that. We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
The elves really seem to be one with nature. But yeah, why have you separated this one from the others?
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still be lethal. And it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery, for her sake as well as that of the others.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
Okay, so I think I need survival skill, which I haven't, but maybe I can calm the Hala? I can try.
No. No, I'm sorry. She isn't calming any more around you than she is for me.
Even though I know I don't have any survival skill, I still want to try. If I can examine the Hala.
And? What do you think?
I'm not going to lie to her, so I truly cannot tell.
I am glad you attempted it regardless.
I should go.
I will watch her for a while longer and see if her condition changes. I am grateful for your assistance, friend.
I mean, maybe I can up my survival after I finished upping my, or finished, because I still have my persuasion, coercion skill, and first I want to level that one up, but after that I could see if I can level up my survival skill or attribute.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
I think I already did this, but sorry, just to be on the safe side. So we have 2 chests that we cannot open, and we have spoken, it seems, with everyone that we can speak with. Well, there's one more chest, but I believe we also tried, yeah.
Perhaps I could have a try at that.
So, okay, there are just a couple of chests that we cannot open right now. So, my guess is that we should actually head into the forest and see what we can do for the elves. So yeah, let's venture forth. I really learned a lot about the elves, because, as I mentioned before, this is the Dragon Age universe, as I like to call it. So the elves are completely, or the ways of the elves are completely different than, let's say, for example, Lord of the Rings, where you also have elves, and there are many, many other games in which there are elves, or yeah. So it is actually quite interesting for the elves not to be a superior race, because normally they are. The elves are often quite powerful and elegant, and okay, let's.
Best be wary.
Oh look, we already encountered our first werewolf. I did not expect to encounter werewolves as quickly as we have, but I mean,
Very well.
where's Morrigan going? Morrigan is going off to fight on her own, it seems. Wow, there are a lot of wolves. And we have a blight wolf as well.
It's your time to die. We must gain the advantage.
But yeah, as I mentioned, I think it's quite an interesting yeah, it's just a really interesting role that the elves have taken here in this universe and in this storyline of the Dragon Age series. And I like it. It's something different than from what I have seen, at least in other games and in other books, stories. Okay, so we came from here because I don't want to get lost already. Yeah, this is where we fought them first.
As you say.
And I guess we should just walk this path for now. Andraste's Grace. Ooh, we have a great bear. Let's see if we are strong enough to attack it. There we go.
I shall do it.
Okay. Maybe the armor is better than the armor that Stan has been wearing these last. Oh no, it's not. And I don't want to give Stan Kaelin's armor. I want to save that for Alistair.
Shall be done.
So okay, I can already see more werewolves up ahead, so okay, we are actually going to talk, it seems.
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters.
The Dalish sent a dwarf of all things to put us in our place. They sent a dwarf to make us pay for our attack.
What's so wrong with me being a dwarf? Okay, I want to see if we can have a peaceful conversation. So I'm not going to talk about killing Witherfang. I'm not a servant of the Dalish. I offered to help voluntarily, so I'm no servant of the Dalish.
Do you take us for fools? We know you come from their camp outside the forest. No doubt the old keeper himself sent you. You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay.
But why do they want the elves to suffer? What is their reasoning behind it? Let's see if we can persuade him. I would prefer to talk to you. I mean you no harm.
Was it not Zathrian who sent you? He wishes only our destruction, never to talk.
You talk of Zathrian as if you know him.
We have never met, he and I. He would not survive the experience. I swear it.
Okay. So, why exactly? Why do you hate him so much?
You know nothing, do you? Nothing of us, and even less of those you serve. You are a fool, and we are done talking. Run from the forest while you can. Run to the Dalish and tell them they are doomed.
I don't want to fight, but neither can I retreat.
I do not wish to fight you either, but we cannot trust you. Come, brothers and sisters, let us retreat. The forest has eyes of its own, and it will deal with intruders as it always has.
I feel that there is more to this story than what I currently know, because it's not random, or it doesn't seem to be random, the attacks on the elves. The werewolves, it's almost like they know Zathrian, and they did not want to kill us. So it felt like they were almost doing this out of necessity, which makes me wonder why. Why do they feel the need to attack the elves? Why do they hate Zathrian so much? There are a lot of questions that are not answered right now. Which is okay, because my feeling is telling me... Okay, more wolves. But yeah, my feeling is telling me that there is more to this story than what I'm hearing right now. Which only makes it that more interesting for us to discover what is going on.
You cannot win.
Okay, so more wolves are attacking. So yeah, I really like this storyline with the elves and the werewolves. And yeah, also getting to know the elves a bit more as a race as well, as I just mentioned. I'm really liking it so far. We have a Templar corpse here. And I see Dagon?
Who,
Oh,
who
he's not looking
comes?
good. You are badly wounded. What happened to you?
We were sent to find Witherfang, bring his heart. Attacked.
He's really not looking good. Wow. You can do a lot of cruel things. But I think the best thing for us to do is to bring the hunter back to the Dalish camp. That's the right
And
thing
Darren
to do.
Atishan, Grey Warden. Our scouts saw you approaching and tell me you carry the body of one of our hunters with you. Ah, Dagon. He is wounded, but I think he will live.
Oh, that's
Mas
good.
Sirenas, your help is appreciated. Come, Lethaline, let us take Dagon to the Keeper, and quickly. If we are lucky, we may still save him.
It seems we made the right choice in helping him. And we actually received a quest. You found a wounded elven hunter, Dagon, in the forest and brought him back to his clan. They were very thankful that you found him. Oh, I think this is a completed quest. Or that seems to be the case. But yeah, I'm just looking at the time, and I should definitely end this part here. So that's what I will do. I really hope you enjoyed watching this part, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!